Hey guys, how's it going? Boom Slime here. Just want to do a quick stream. I didn't want to shoot a video. Just want to make it a real quick live stream. Um, and I wanted to go over a piece of mail that I got and update you guys on this binder that I picked up at an auction. I said I wanted to try to complete it. And a real quick box sort, card box sort that I wanted to go through. I've been going through these boxes. Actually even not even videoing everything, just kind of going through them at my leisure because of all the downtime I've had. But first things first, so I got some mail, and this came yesterday. Came yesterday, so I'm getting around to doing it now. And this is from the three card collectors. They had a giveaway, and which like everyone they said everyone wins. Like I don't know, I think they said they picked like 50 people to win, and they all you do is just be subscribed, all that good stuff. The drawing's over now, and so this is what I won. I guess being one of the 25 or 50 people they selected at random, I guess, to receive this. So going to open it up here, and we're going to see what I got. They want to know like what your favorite team was, so I'm going to assume that this is a Yankee card of some kind. But we're about to find out. Let's see. Let me read this. Let me read this little note off camera here real quick. Okay. Oh, okay. So yeah. So this was actually subscribing. They were advertising a different channel. Now I remember, and it's for Dalton Brown. So they were looking to help this guy grow his channel, and so they were giving away some cards from the three card collectors. And all you had to do was go and subscribe to Dalton Brown's channel, which I did. So this is it. I got a Aaron Judge. I got to get my glasses to see what year it is because I don't have a whole lot of really new stuff from 2018, 19, or 20. So I'm going to assume this was this year's Series 1, card number 7, and 2019. So it's a 2020 Topps. Pretty cool because I don't have hardly any of those. And the second cool thing is it's a Yankee card. So yeah, thank you very much, three card collectors, for that. And we'll put this on the back of here because I save everything that comes my way uh, from people and stuff like that. So we'll do that. Kind of like fan mail. Not quite fan mail, but it's cool. I save all my TTM stuff. So now another quick rundown on this binder. So this binder I got in a bulk buy at a bulk lot purchase at an auction, and it basically had all but I think one card for the Series 1. I have since then found that one card, just going through these boxes that I purchased a couple of weeks ago. So this whole first series of 330 cards, whatever it was, here's the checklist, 1, 2, and 3. So 330 cards is now complete. And I've come across other ones that I've been, filling in. So this is like the only binder I have that I plan to keep as of right now. And so you can see this is, like I said in my other video, this Conlon collection is a huge, huge series of cards. And so I'm saving spots for each one. I'm going to try to keep them all in order. Obviously, you can see what we're up to. Like this is slot for card number 684, and they're all numbered sequentially. They're not like 2018, 2019, 2020s. Whatever year these were, they were all run in sequential numerical order over the years. How many years they printed them, I'm not sure. And I am currently all the way up. Like this binder, I have enough sleeves in here to hold 1,008 cards. So the first 1008. However, I've come across 3 cards that are outside of that. And I don't know if you can see this, but this is card number 1209, 1103, and 1041. So, I mean, like I said, this is a huge, huge collection of cards that runs numerical. And I don't know if, like I said, I don't know how many years they ran this. I think I've even seen some of these with blue borders that I may have previously picked up in the past. So that's pretty cool. It's something fun to work on. A lot of Hall of Famers in here. All the old photographs, you know, Honus Wagner right here. Like, I mean, these photos of this era, they're just priceless as far as, you know, if you think back, we're never gonna see this time again in our lives. We're never gonna be that whole time of innocence. That's all gone. That's all beyond us now, and we're in our own era of the way things are done and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool, and I'm gonna work on that. And then I wanted to get to just another box of cards real quick, and I'm not gonna go through every stinking card like I did before because just looking at this box from the outside looking in, all right, you see there's a whole block of like Dunruss here, all right, a whole block of what are these 90 Dunruss, 89 Dunruss. So I'm not gonna waste your time and my time going through them, but I'm gonna look for the oddball stack like this. What are these guys in here stuck in here? There's different colors. You can see there's some different colors going on there, so I'll check that out. But I just want to go through these. So I've ran across these already in other boxes that I've been going through, and these are like Sunoco, Atlantic. I can only assume like these are some kind of mail-in or gas station cards where you, when you went in, you got a fill up of gas and they gave you a pack of cards. And so there's 24 cards in this, 25 cards in this set, and you know, I don't think I've ever come across all 25 together. But there's Andy Van Slyke, there's Tim Salmon, there's a Justice, and I saw Justice on the back. So I mean, a lot of these are reprints, or repeats, I should say. You know, Andy Van Slyke, Carlos Baerga, Roger McDowell, or Jack McDowell, sorry. Here's Robbie Alomar, another Van Slyke, another McDowell. Here's a John Olerud, another Van Slyke. Here's Gabe Bell. Here's a Joe Carter, Tim Salmon, and a Juan Gonzalez. So out of the 25 cards, what, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 11 different ones here. So I may have found a couple other different ones in other boxes going through them. So let's just press on. But I still don't think I even have a complete set. And right here, look at that. There's a Babe Ruth right there in the middle of all these kids. Or some more Colin cards. Very nice. Ruth and Gehrig. So this must be a whole Ruth stack. There's Babe Ruth playing Santa. Here's Babe Ruth with his daughter, Julia. Babe Ruth, and I don't know who that is with him. I'm sure it says on the back, but there's Babe Ruth. And it says being remembered. So whatever, someone is somehow, the photographer maybe is just kind of remembering his time spent photographing Babe Ruth. Here's Babe Ruth signing autographs for little kids. Here's Babe Ruth with more kids. So he did a lot of that stuff with orphanages and kids. Back then, those athletes really believed in that and doing that kind of stuff. Here's Babe Ruth with Bill Dickey. Babe Ruth with, I want to say, remembered by Bob Musel, but that looks like Gehrig. Ruth. Maybe that's not Gehrig. Oh, Doubleday, Abner Doubleday, I'm thinking. I want to know. Bob Musel was the Yankees left fielder from 1920 1929. The Babe's Friend, Babe. La, 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 la. Don't know. But obviously I have this card because it's card number 159. So I guess I should just be looking at the. Here's Ty Cobb. It looks like Ty Cobb with Babe Ruth. 160. So that one's already in the binder. So these are probably already in the binder. 161. There's a nice one. Oh, Babe Ruth must be gone by now because it says "So long, kids," and they're all sad. Babe Ruth must have passed away. So these are even in numerical order: 59, 160, 161, 162. So these are probably all in the book. 142, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58. Yeah. So those are already in the binder. That's cool though. And we have another stack of cards here that's a different color. And we'll talk about these green ones here in a minute. So this is more of these, we'll call them Sunoco cards, I guess. And I don't anticipate getting anyone different that was not already in that first little stack. Yeah. So these are all the same so far. Just a lot of repeats. So there's something here, a different color. And this is a Hank Aaron. Ooh. Hank Aaron. Best of the 60s, Hank Aaron. Decade Greats. So this is a sports flick. And it's a little hard to see, but when you turn it, you flick it, you get to see the three different pictures of Hank Aaron. There's one. There's a picture of just a headshot. And there he is kind of facing the camera. So that's a cool one. Now these cards, these ones here are baseball all-time greats set, and I'm not sure how many are actually in this set either, but it looks like a pretty big set. Obviously, there's a lot of duplicates in here as well. But like, all right, we just saw Maury Wills, so that might be a. There's Bobby Shantz. I met Bobby Shantz a couple times at card shows. Really nice guy. He's the oldest living MVP. I believe 1952 American League MVP. Might have been National League. He played for the Athletics, so played a long time. Started with the Philadelphia Athletics and ended his career with the Philadelphia Phillies. So pretty cool. Bobby Shantz, good TTMer if you guys do TTMs. But so there's the Maury Wills. So let's just see if these kind of duplicate each other. Yeah, so you can see they kind of just fall in order, which is kind of the pattern that I've noticed with some of these boxes. Like they just kind of just duplicate each other. Oh, and then it stopped. But anyway, I'm not going to go through all these green cards because there's like, I don't know, 2,000 of them in here alone. So yeah, we're not going to do that. I'm not going to torture you, put you through that. I'm just looking for different colored in the cards. Like here's a white card. So let's go pull this white one out right here. See who this is. Well, this is a beautiful Bowman Best, Larry Walker, Topps Fusion, it says. And what's this from? Don't know the year because it's got such small print. I'm not going to be able to read it. But you guys probably know. If you know, just leave a comment in the comment section what year this is from, because there's nothing on the front that tells me. But still a very nice shiny card. So shiny, right? We like the shiny. And then right here's a little separator. So we'll pull through here, see what's in here. So here's some 93 Fleer Ultra, and then it just changes up. So here's some Topps Steve Garvey. Here's back to some 95 Fleer, Randy Johnson, Robbie L. Martin. And there's someone on the back side of each one too. So who's on the back with Randy Johnson? Yeah, John Hudek. So Wilson Alvarez and Rod Beck, Jason Beret and Jones, there's Bell, there's another Johnson, Pat Hent again, and Danny Jackson. There's Scott Cooper and Ken Caminetti. There's a Will Clark and Carlos Garcia. How about a Wade Boggs and Matt Williams? There's Cooper again. There's Clark. Here's a Knobloch. We haven't seen Knobloch and Will Cordero. Here's a Kenny Lofton and Moses Alou, Mike Messina and Doug Drabeck. We've seen these guys already. Here's a Greg Maddux and Jimmy Key. Here's a Ozzie Smith and a Cal Ripken Jr. Very nice. That's a tough one to pick the better of the two. There, I would go with Cal Ripken over Ozzie Smith, but still, here's a Travis Fryman and Craig Biggio, Kirby Puckett and Dave Justice. And then we have what's this? Home Run Heroes, Albert Bell, Fred McGriff, and Joe Carter from Upper Deck. And let's see what else is in here. I do see some die cuts there. That's going to be fun to see what's in there. So let's just grab this whole stack. Let's pop these over here. Keep them all together for now, I guess. Hey George, how's it going? Thanks for stopping by. I'm pretty far away from my my monitor right now. So I just kind of got to glance over every once in a while to see what's going on in the chat. I just wanted to do a quick. I did a quick mail day, and I discussed my one and only binder that I have, and now I want to do a really quick box sort, but not do the whole box because it's like a lot of the same stuff. A lot of these 89 Donruss here. I'm not going to go through them. A whole bunch of these baseball all-time greats. But I have some Topps Collector Series Superstars. I've seen several of these in different boxes too, but you guys may not have seen them. So we'll just thumb through them real quick. They're probably in no particular order. And I'll show the back here shortly. So this is what the backs look like. And looks like they're from 1986. 1986. So, and there appears to be 31. So maybe 32 cards in the set. They're not numbered of, they're just numbered. So I'm going to say 32. Card 1 is Tony Aramis. And you can see then they start to repeat too. We've seen these guys before. So we're probably seeing all of them that are in this little stack that are maybe different in the numbering sequence, but they're definitely not in order. But that's those. Now, since we're on these, I've seen, and there's just another whole stack of them right here. So, again, I'm not going to go through all of this because we just went through a bunch of them, and there doesn't appear to be the whole set there. But anyway, that's those. And now let's check out what's left of the rest of that stack I brought out. These are cool. Cyclone Squad, Kenny Lofton Jr., 1995, the score product, I believe. UC3, Sportflix, Pinnacle brand, yes. Palmero, Albert Bell. And then here's some more Fleer Ultra 95s. Nothing on the back of those. Here's some Fleer Flare from 94. And looks like they're all going to be Matt Williams. 2007. So maybe they're 2008 tops here. Yeah, 2008 tops. Edgar Renteria. I don't know what year these are. 50th anniversary. Jermaine Dye. I say, why is this one thicker? But it's not. It had a second card in the back. 2005 tops. Is that Mike Sweeney? Yes, Mike Sweeney. There's the back of those Cyclone cards. And then, I don't know, tops Now Generation. I think there's another one of those. So this is just going to be a hodgepodge. Authentic Speed, Julio Lugo. Okay. Marcus Giles. Here's those die cuts. So let's see who they are. These are upper decks. Gee, guess what? I got a hunch they're all Raul Mondesi's. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, no. We're switching gears. We got Fred McGriff, the crime dog himself, and then a Ron Gant. So at least they weren't all Raul Mondesi's. And some more 94 Fleers, 95 Fleers, and back to these again. Fleer 95 Fleer headliners, Will Clark. Career Achievement Award, 94 Fleer, Joe Carter. Double headers, Bell and Lofton. Jay Gibbons. Here's Houston Street, Masisa Lou. So this is just a hodgepodge. Manny Ramirez, hodgepodge of stuff. There's no real rhyme or reason to any of this collation here. They just threw them in there. There's a Bagwell, though. 2 Bagwells. Kevin Mitchell. This one is Troy Glaus, I want to say. Yeah, Troy Glaus right there in very small print. Mike Messina again. Jason Giambi. There's a nice one. CC Sabathia. He's probably going to be in the hall one day. Jermaine Dye. Here's one of those yellow cards. Here's some Fleer Flare from 94. Dave Justice. Here's the back of it. Card 7 of 10. It's a 10-card set. Here's some Donruss Dominators from the 90s Dominators. Blah, blah, blah. 94. 93 Leaf. Says 93. Ron Gant. Joe Carter. Matt Williams. Fred McGriff. Cecil Fielder. Willie McGee. Edgar Martinez. Then we've got some Donruss MVPs. Don't know what year these are from. 93 Leaf, it says. So there's Andres Galarraga. Mark Grace. Greg Jeffries. And Andres Galarraga again. And let's see what else we got going on here. I was lucky the other day. I went through a couple boxes and I actually found a whole bunch of cards from the 70s, which were nice. All ranges of the 70s from 70 on up, which was nice. So here's some more Fleer 94 regular Fleer. Lofton, Allrood, Bell. There's some 94 Fleer Sheffield All-Star cards. Justice, and Grace. Here's a Bomb Squad from 94 from Triple Play, Donruss. And it is Albert Bell and Matt Williams. Here's some Leaf Studio, Joe Carter, Heritage Collection. Headliners, Matt Williams. Here's Upper Deck Game Face, Albert Bell. Here's a Statistical Standouts, Joe Carter from Leaf. 2 of those. Smooth Leather, Raul Mondesi from 96 Fleer. Okay, that's what the back of that one looks like. 10-card set. And then we have Ray Ordonez from that set. Matt Williams from that set. And then we're switching gears to headliners, which is cool. That's like embossed, or it's raised up anyway. It's not embossed, but it's the print is raised up, which is cool, and it's grippy, like powder coated almost. It's cool. And that's Cecil Fielder, Tigers headliner, Cecil Fielder. And here's one that looks like Salmon. Yeah, Tim Salmon. It's real hard to see. It's right in there, though. Here's some award winners. Top Glove from 95 Fleer Ultra. Royce Clayton looks like. David Cohn, of course, looks like it's... Oh, no, it's not. It's Darren Lewis. Take that back. Darren Lewis. Down there's the name. AL Rookie of the Year, Bob Hamlin. That was a wasted pick. Probably could have spent it on someone a lot better. But hey, who am I to judge? NL Rookie of the Year, Raul Mondesi. All-Star Game MVP, Moses Alou. Award winner Top Glove, Matt Williams. Award winner Top Glove, Omar Vizquel. And Top Glove, Kenny Lofton. Moving right along, again, just looking for something different. Sticking out of the edge. Here's something that might be different because it looks not green, and it is. It's a George Brett Hall of Fame gallery from Upper Deck. Don't know. I've never seen these cards before, so I don't know. And let's see. Then we got a stack of non-green cards, non-green border cards. So we're going to pull these all out. We'll shove the box out of the way, and we'll see what these are, and then that'll conclude this video. I didn't want to be super duper long because sometimes they can take a while. So quickly we'll adjust all these over here, and that's that. So now let's take a look at what we did pull out of here. I'm trying to organize them here real quick, make it a little bit easier to go through and easier on the eye while we're looking at them. Don't have to keep shifting our eyes about. Sometimes it's easier to sort them just by looking at the backs. So there's a lot of updates here, or traded cards in this stack. And this is actually a hodgepodge of stuff too. So part of the fun of sorting through cards is obviously the organization and putting them back where they belong. I see some Coke cards here. That's cool. Don't have many of those. Those are promotional cards put out by the company. They might even be just regionally exclusive cards, meaning they only put them out in certain areas. These cards are really messed up. Looks like someone spilled coffee over this guy. And his buddies may have gotten some coffee spillage. Someone was sorting with coffee. Yeah, doesn't mix too well. But anyway, then we'll get these all sorted up. And we'll go through this small stack right here. Get them out of the way since it's a bunch of hodgepodgers. So out of the hodgepodge mix, Yeomans, Buechel, and we got a Louis Tion from Topps there. We got Buddy Biancalana and Joe Beckwith, a 93 Dunruss, Bill Stein, some 90 or 81 Fleer, Gantner, and Obergfeld. How about an 85 Dunruss, Mike Easler? That's in pretty nice shape. The border's not all chipped up for being a black border card. Kevin Hickey, there's some Fleer, here's some more Fleer from 82. Kent Tekulve. The smaller stack here, we're going to go through this real quick. Here's some Joe Price Coca-Cola card. You see the backs are different from the original ones, the original base cards too. So the backs are different, but you got to watch because some of the update cards are actually going to be red backs too, but not be Coke. So big Coke right there gives it away. Still says Topps down here, like the base cards. Oh, there's a Tom Seaver. Nice. Tom Seaver Coke card. Very nice. Ron Oster and a Frank Pastor. Very nice. And then we got two regular Bert Hootens. I like that Seaver card. That's pretty cool. Hall of Famer. And then we got these. So anyone important. Ferguson Jenkins, Hall of Famer. Mickey Rivers. Like me, Mickey Rivers. Bump Wills. Tommy John. Willie Randolph. And here's the backs of these guys in case you've never seen them. But I'm sure you have. Somewhere, someplace, someone else has shown these. So there's an Earl Weaver, Hall of Fame manager. Al Bumbry, Dan Ford, Rick Dempsey, former Yankee. Tippy Martinez, former Yankee, right? Terry Crowley, Bumbo Rivera. Hey, Bumbo. Roy Smalley. Who else here? Mike Hargrove, right? He managed for a while. Lamar Johnson. Pete LaCook. Yeah, that's it. A lot of errors in this set, too, with reverse negatives and stuff like that. You got to look for guys when you're going through your personal collections. Tom Brookins. There's Alan Trammell, Hall of Famer. Glenn Abbott. Rick Honeycutt. Buddy Bell. Danny Darwin. Silvio Martinez. Nice hairdo. Richie Zisk. And Keith Hernandez. Not a Hall of Famer, but still a good ball player in his own right. Okay, moving on. Let's start cleaning this up too as we go so we don't have a mess. And we know what we've already gone through. I guess we're going to go through these. These are 1984 Fleer. So we're just going to look for Hall of Famers. Any errors that I know of. I don't know of any, though, in this set offhand. So Dave Jervecki, poor guy, broke his arm twice, I think, while pitching. There's a Hall of Famer, Sparky Anderson, on a team card, checklist card. Jack Morris is a Hall of Famer for sure. Joe Morgan's definitely a Hall of Famer. There he's in a Philadelphia Phillies uniform. Charlie Huff. There's a better Charlie Huff card. That one was pretty beat up. Billy Martin, not a Hall of Famer, but still quite a character in Yankee lore. There's a Hall of Famer. Letting Go of the Reins, and that's a 2-card card where you put another player's card up next to it to complete the picture. But Tim Raines is definitely a Hall of Famer. Biff Pocoroba. Fernando Valenzuela, Fado. And we're getting some beat up cards here. These cards are coffee stained. They're rough looking. So someone didn't take the best care of their cards. Kent Hrbek. Very nice. Tommy Herr. Bob Boone. And that's it for that stack. So we did pull down a couple Hall of Famers in there. Not bad. All right, let's go through this one here. All worked out perfect. All right, let's see what we got in here. And then we got that other 150 to 200 card stack. Dykstra, Tommy John, Dykstra. Otis Nixon. I did find a card in one of the other boxes I was sorting. Now, where did I put it? Now, this card was in a different box I was sorting today, off camera. And this card, they say, is this guy's Alex Cole. And it's not. I think Alex Cole wore glasses. And I'm like, that's not Alex Cole. That's Otis Nixon. And there he is. So this is a error or uncorrected error. I'm not sure. But this Stadium Club, there it is on the back. There's what Alex Cole looks like. Look at them glasses. I know it's his rookie card. And they have contacts by now. But you cannot tell me that guy is that guy. No one gets that ugly in a couple years. You know what I mean? So. Hey, Oddball Cards, how's it going? You love those Braves team? Well, definitely Alex Cole. And I don't want to be a spoiler out there, but I've come across some other ones going through some of these boxes. Again, these are off. This was off camera, but so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put together some maybe one binder that has a bunch of these error cards in, like this one here. This Ricky Henderson, Lou Brock, the record breaker one. right here. Stolen base leaders. It's missing the date right here between their fingertips. There's supposed to be a date. April, whatever. So the date's missing off of that, and then there's the corrected version one. I found this one, but it's the corrected one. So I have a quest to find the error one to put in this binder too. So there's other things. There's other cards that I'm working on. The Smoltz Glavin error cards. Like I found the corrected John Smoltz with the Smoltz picture. The other one would be John Smoltz with Tom Glavine's picture in it. These here, All-Star cards with the star. They're supposed to say All-Star Game performances on the back like that. So this is the Will Clark one here. That is the corrected version. This is the error that says recent major league performances on it. So there's a bunch of those out there. So these are the corrected ones. They say All-Star Game performances. The errors will say recent major league performance. I've showed these before. Matter of fact, here they are. So this is the corrected Al Leiter, and this is the error Al Leiter. Someone else. George Stone or something like that. God, I just even got a message today. This is the Mike Heath, Tom Brookins cards. So this is the errors here. It's got the right pictures on the front. The backs are switched. So here's the Mike Heath with the Tom Brookins back. Mike Heath, Tom Brookins. Here's the Tom Brookins error that says Mike Heath on the back. And of course, this is the Mike Heath corrected with the Mike Heath. So I have the corrected Brookins somewhere too. I just got to go drag it out. What else? This one here. This score is the corrected version. There's one that's a reverse negative. Nope, I stand corrected. This is the error. Sorry, this is the error. The corrected one, because here he bats right, he throws right, yet he's got the glove on the other hand like a lefty. So this is the error one. And Detroit, you can see the T starts here instead of the D. Okay, so that's the error. The corrected one would have him facing the other way with the glove on the other hand. Anyway, that's some of the stuff. That's other stuff that I'm working on. Oh, I came across this the other day too. And I mentioned to John that I finally pulled this one here out of the boxes that I was going through. So here it is with the Padres in blue, the correct version. Here it is with the Padres in white. That's the error version. So I'm working on some a binder with just errors in. I have some other ones that are just print errors or whatever, type errors. So I'm working on those. Let's get back to this sort here. So now these are all from here on out are all like the traded cards. So I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. Here's a Hall of Famer, Dick Williams. But I have to educate myself on more error cards that are out there so I can know more of what I'm looking for. I mean, I know of a lot, but there's a lot more that I don't know. There he is right there again. I found some that are just missing foil stamp, like names are missing. They're supposed to be in the foil stamping instead of just printed ink, like not printed but actually have foil. I found some cards like that, missing that stuff. But that's another project that I'm working on right now too. See how much I can find and put the binder together. There's a Hall of Famer. Ted Simmons on the traded number 102T. Guzzi. Juan Bonilla. And that's that. So we came across 2 Hall of Famers there. And we got this one last stack to go. Let's see. So Ripken, his name misspelled. Yes. I've never seen that one. I think it's past his life. So there's a Ripken out there that is, I want to say, it's a Fleer card, maybe a 91 Fleer, and it's Players of the Decade. And I always thought that the misprint was on the back of the card. It's actually on the front. It's like, Players of the Decade. Down here in the bottom, there's a rectangular box, and it has his name in there, and it's spelled wrong. Yeah, K-I-N instead of K-E-N. I may have that. I just never really focused on it. I just kind of recently learned about that a couple months ago. All right, so this is the last stack we're going to go through. We're just going to see who's in here. Basically, again, we're going to look for Hall of Famers and or, like really good ball players like Keith Hernandez, and we've got a few of them here. This will definitely not beat the 1984 Harold Baines stack of cards that I got out of one box. And it ended up being, when I went through the rest of that box, 178 of the same card. It's a huge stack of 1984 Topps Harold Baines cards. Mint condition. Beautiful mint condition. As a matter of fact, I think they're right here. I think I still have them set off to the side. Let's go make some room here. And also, guys, while I'm going through all these boxes here, I've been trying to put sets together, see what I can do with that. So here's the stack of Harold Baines that I pulled out of a box. Hey, that's not all. Have to move these out of the way. All 1984 Harold Baines. Pretty cool, actually. I mean, I found stacks and boxes in the past, like 100 card stacks. I'm like, wow, that's a lot of one player card to have. 100. Like, why would one person have 100? But maybe they're dealers and they sell this stuff, and for some reason they like loaded up on this guy, whoever had these before me, loaded up on Harold Baines, because there's a ton of them. If I can get them spread out here for you. Anyway, you can see there's 178 of them there. It's ridiculous. Personally, other than this right now, I would never have 178 of one guy unless it was 178 Mickey Mantle rookie cards. Then yeah, I would love to have that. But hey, maybe someday this Harold Baines card might be like a Mickey Mantle rookie card, and then I'd be rich, independently wealthy. Oh, that's a high number series, so that's probably one of the update cards for that set. That's in there wrong, in the wrong stack. All right, so we got I got to go through the rest of these real quick because I lost my place here a little bit. Mickey Rivers. Let's go check the chat real quick. Champ Summers. That can't be his real name, Champ, you think? All right, let's see. Hey, Novit, how's it going? Remember the sound of Harold hitting a single in Camden Yards? He had bad wheels then. Oh, he couldn't run. So oddball, what, you live down in Maryland somewhere, or DC area, that you go to Camden Yards, or did you make a special trip? All right, let's keep going here. We went through this, we went through that. I don't know where else we left off here. Just go through this. Bruce Bochy. Think he's going to be in the Hall of Fame as a manager one day, guys? Not as a player. Hey, look, we got Johnny Watson. Charlie Huff, got a lot of Charlie. And the thing about these guys, like there's going to be, like, you see lots of doubles, triples, quadruples in this stuff, because I'm buying off of people who possibly were people who were in the business, you know, selling cards, and now they're just selling off their lots, their collections, or whatever, their excess stuff that they don't want anymore, or they feel like it takes up space, and they don't want to, you know, like anything in a warehouse. If you don't move your product, because to the guys at the shows, this is a product, not only just a hobby, but it's just a commodity to them. That you're paying. It's like paying rent on a house that you don't use, or paying car insurance on a car you never drive. You know, eventually it gets to a point where, like, you know what, I really don't need it. I can save a little bit of money. So by them moving this out of their storage or their inventory, that makes room for more inventory. You know, whatever. I just know that I get really good deals on them, and then I can go around and I can start putting together and or completing sets. And I put together already since the last couple months, last maybe 3 or 4 months, I put like 20 sets together, 20 sets of cards. So, and the biggest like set that I put together was that 1978 set that I bought for like $50 out of a lot. It was in a lot of like 4 different sets, if I remember correctly. And people were passing on it because the card was the off-center cut 79 set. I mean, the off-center cut 79 tops Ozzie Smith card. And this one was in a sleeve, top-loaded, sitting right inside the box for people to open it up and inspect. That's the money card. That's what people want. And everyone was passing on it. And I'm like, I'll bid on that. And, you know, one other guy put one bid down, and I just took it to $50 or whatever, and that was it. No one challenged me for it. And then I just recently, I had that for months just sitting there because I hadn't got to it yet. And then I decided I was just going to go through it. And I went through the whole box, and everything was in order. And the Ozzie Smith card was inside the box in order. So I ended up getting 2 Ozzie Smith cards. And the second Ozzie Smith card inside the box was way better centered than the first one. It was still off center, but it was way better than the one that they were showing. So I really made out with that. I was able to take and put a entire second set of 79 tops. So now I've got minimum 2 of those. And that's not counting what I already had in my personal collection, which is, I know I've done this before for you guys. You're going to see my hodgepodginess now. It's over there somewhere. It's over there along that wall. But this is my hodgepodginess. This is what I'm trying to get out of. I'm trying to get out of this room here and into the garage. Look at my camera set up here. So I've got these 800 count boxes, some shoe box, like 2,000 count boxes stacked up, and then it holds my camera pole in place. So I got a real hodgepodgey setup here that I'm hopefully going to get out of this summer. Right now, with everything that's going on with my surgery and coronavirus and all this other crap, that it's just making things a little bit difficult. Where I'm not getting income. That's what was kind of hurting. My income has been cut to almost zero. I still get my military pension and my military disability, but that's it. My wife is disabled, so she only gets her disability check once a month. So I'm the only breadwinner in the house. So I'm the guy who has to go back to work and start building up, the funds again, so that I can go out and start getting the garage set up, along with all the other expenses I had this year, buying the solar system, converting from oil heat to gas, buying a brand new furnace because I needed a gas furnace instead of oil furnace. Yeah, it was expensive. Spent a lot of money, invested a lot of money in my solar system, $54,755 or something like that for the solar system, and now I got to pay that off. That works. Nothing's free. One day it's supposed to be free, though. I won't have an electric bill. Hopefully, I'm alive to appreciate it and benefit from it. If not, hopefully my wife will still be here to benefit from it, because she certainly won't have my income. And that's it, guys. That I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not gonna go through that whole box. I'll leave you guys with the image of all these Harold Baines cards. Again, they didn't come from this box. They came from a different box, but it's just cool. Like, if you like Harold Baines, here he is. Come to invade your vision, your eyes. And that's it, guys. Appreciate everyone for stopping by, hanging out. A lot of other guys are going to be going live or putting up their videos today. So you lived in Virginia, 90 minutes from Ken. That's nice. That's nice. Oh, I don't know how many years ago. My wife went to. My wife. I was in the military, and I had stuff to do. I couldn't go that weekend. I had drill weekend, so my sons, my daughter-in-law, my wife went down to the Camden Yards. They went to go to the aquarium, and that's cool, right? My wife is walking down the street and not paying attention. I guess she was looking up at one of the buildings or something, and stepped off the side of the curb and went crashing to the ground. Messed up her knee. Oh, it was a mess. I heard they called me, and I'm like, I'm all the way up here in Jersey. I can't help you guys. She was a trooper. She sucked it up. She, went to the aquarium with everyone else, just sucked it all up. And then when she got home, the old doctor bit. But other than that, I have nothing else for you guys, unless you guys have something for me. Any other questions, comments? Anything else? Shoot, fire away while we're here. After this, I think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go play some MLB The Show. I don't have 2020. I got 19, but I just finished. I don't know if you guys any of you guys play MLB The Show, but I just finished season 2033, and I'm in 2034 now. I was in the Air Force. I did 21 and a half years. Um, 9.5 was active duty. And then I took a 13-year break where I got out of active duty, didn't do anything. It was just straight up civilian. And then in 2003, I joined the Air Force Reserves and I finished up my 20 years, ended up doing 21 and a half. And yeah, I retired in 2015. Um, so yeah, good times though, you know. All right, Oddball, thanks for stopping by. Enjoy. Yeah, you guys be safe too around the COVID-19. I've been hunkered down, so hopefully I'm good to go. Had to go out every once in a while, but not too bad. Yeah, George, I was in the Air Force Reserves at the end there, so did 12 years. It's not bad. It wasn't bad. I did 2 deployments while in those during those 12 years. Your Army? Where were you stationed at? I was stationed in my first assignment was Germany in 1981 through 83. And then I went to Nellis in Nevada, just outside of Las Vegas. And then I should say right in Las Vegas. It was right on the edge of town at the time. I understand the town has grown out a lot further now to the north. And then that's where I got out. And then I joined the Air Force Reserves while living here in New Jersey, the Air National Guard, and or not National Guard, just the Air Force Reserves at McGuire Air Force Base in New Jersey. Fort Crum, upstate New York. Tenth Mountain Man. A buddy of mine from work, his son is assigned to Fort Drum, and he's already deployed. He's been in a couple of years now, but not many, like 2 years, if that, less than two. And he got in, and he went through all his basic training and his follow-on schooling and all that. And he's like a crew chief on CH-47s, and he got a remote to Korea right off the bat. Fort Benning and Fort Campbell. Benning is in Georgia and Campbell is in Kentucky. I'm not sure about Campbell, but and Fort Bliss is in Texas, right? Now I'm really testing my army base knowledge there. But I think Benning's in Georgia, Campbell's in Kentucky, Fort Drum is in New York, upstate New York. Oh, my buddy's kid. So he got a remote to Korea. And he did like a year there. Come back from Korea and got deployed right away, like Afghanistan. And Bagram's the big air base there. He was at Bagram for a little bit, and then they forward deployed him out of Bagram somewhere. I don't know where he's at now. But yeah, so much for being a newbie recruit, kind of right out of your basic, out of boot, and Campbell's out of Kentucky and Tennessee. So it's right on the border. It's a big base. It covers acreage in both states. That's cool. Fort Dix is in McGuire, and Dix-McGuire, they're combined, one of those huge bases now. I don't know if you know what they call them. Fort There's McGuire Air Force Base, Fort Dix, and Lakehurst are combined to make one of these joint bases now. Joint Base MDL, or my Dick Hurts, McGuire Dix Lakehurst, so they call it my Dick Hurts. And yeah, but I enjoyed my military time, but I'm glad it's over at the same time. I think I served probably during probably the almost the easiest time you could serve, and that's not bragging. That's just the luck of the draw, with the all volunteer force. I served during the Cold War from 1981 up until the end of God, the wars in the Gulf here that are finally, hopefully winding down. Um, like I said, I deployed twice during that time, but as an Air Force deployment, we don't, unless you're a forward air controller, a FARC, you don't get in the shit, so to speak. You're as an Air Force guy, unless you're a pilot, you don't get direct involvement in any of that. I was a crew chief on F-15s, F-16s, and my last assignment was KC-10s, which was tankers, but not tankers like you think, out of Fort Knox and all that. Air refuelers, and so that's what I did last. I was a crew chief though, so I ended up doing a lot of flying during my last 12 years. Um, in a lot of places, but nothing nothing serious like a lot of our military brothers have gone through. Nothing near that. So I consider myself lucky. And then what happened? Oh, I landed a job back in 2008. I started working for Boeing, and yeah, I work for the division that builds the CH-47 for the Army, and I've been building Chinooks since 2008, both domestic for the Army and international for. Um, we just finished up a whole bunch for India. We're doing Singapore's buying Chinooks. Um, who else is buying them? There's a lot of companies that are there are a lot of countries that already fly the Chinook. Canada built some for Canada. We built some for the UK, Netherlands. That's just in my time there. They built for other companies. They subcontract out. They build Chinooks in Japan. They have a license to build them in Japan. So Japan builds their own Chinooks. Um, they build some Chinooks in Italy, I think. So there's the Chinook is one of the workhorses of the army. But I don't have to tell you that if you're in the army, the Chinook is the workhorse. It's not the biggest helicopter, but it's definitely a workhorse. Okay, guys, over an hour, going on an hour and 10 minutes. I appreciate everyone stopping by, hanging out, chit chatting. Um, stay safe, everyone. Um, keep a 6 foot distance from your neighbors, your family, your friends, I guess, whatever. Practice your distancing, I guess you want to call it. Me, I've been just practicing isolation. I've been isolated here in my house with my family, mainly because of injuries. Um, my wife can't drive because she's developing cataracts, so she can't drive without my assistance now. Um, I had my knee surgery a month and a half ago. Recovering well from that. So, is it a month ago? Now, let's see. My Surgery was on, yeah, February 20th. So it's just over 5 weeks, about coming up on 5 weeks, right? March 20th. Yeah. So I had my doctor's appointment on Thursday. But because of the COVID-19 outbreak, it's a teleconference now with my doctor. He's going to call me and he's going to talk to me. He's going to ask me, he might say, hey, bend your knee. How's that feel? Oh, shake it left to right. How's that feel? I'm like, so I told him, I said, listen, I still want to have an office visit. And I made an appointment for 2 weeks after that to go back. I want him to actually physically look at it and make sure that everything, plus I got questions for him. But anyway, that's it, guys. Again, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for taking the time out of your guys' busy schedules to stop by and say hey. But with that all being said, this is Boom Slang saying, if you enjoyed the video, guys, give it the old thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and do so now. I would greatly appreciate that. And if you have, don't forget to click on that notification bell so you know when I post my next video. And yeah, this is Boom Slang signing out saying, guys, say peace. We'll see you and Harold Baines in the next one. Good night, everyone. Oh, my notifications are coming through now. Yep, here they all come. Uh-oh. The Past is Alive is up, guys. I'm heading over there. I don't know if he's live or what, but I'm heading over there. Good night. Hey, I don't know who just stopped in, guys, but I'm going to shut her down and heading over to check out The Past is Alive. See what's going on over there with John. Check you guys later.